Unearth looked simple, but it quietly enabled some really strange plays, especially in Commander. So in today's video we're going to be talking about Unearthed, the good parts of it, the dangerous parts of it, and the bad sides of it. Unearth is a recursion mechanic with a downside. You get a creature back on your turn, yippee! But when it's gone, it's gone. But it's the restoration that supposedly keeps it balanced. But that's a theory. A game theory. But before we go any further, a quick little shout out for my smaller Etsy shop, where I make t-shirts and hoodies in different colours and sizes for people to enjoy. So if you like me and what I do and want to help out the channel, first buy yourself something nice, secondly, like, subscribe, and do all that YouTubey stuff we always ask for. Now let's go back to Unearthed. So Unearthed is just pretty much a graveyard recursion on the card that only lasts for that turn. On a card that has the keyword Unearthed on it, there'll be a mana cost. When that creature's in your graveyard, you can pay that mana cost and return it to the battlefield. That creature gains haste. However, at the beginning of the next end step, you get to exile it. But also if it leaves the battlefield for any other reason, so if you try and flicker it or something like that, it also gets exiled. Unearthed creatures do not go back to the graveyard. No matter what, when they die, they get exiled. Which I think was the reason, because there was a lot of cards that when they die, they get exiled. However, people would sacrifice them beforehand, so they would go back to the graveyard, where they put it that if this pretty much moves anywhere from the battlefield, it gets exiled. Which means there was no death triggers when it comes to Unearthed, which is probably why Unearthed is rarely ever seen played at all. But when it comes to the cost of the spell, you're re-getting a creature back for a turn to hopefully do a really big amount of damage or something really cool. Unearthed is just mainly for one big explosive turn. It's not for long-term value. But where does Unearthed really shine in Commander? Unearthed is not used for small creatures. Unearthed is for big creatures to do something immediately with them. And if you need some examples of Unearthed creatures that are big, powerful, and can do something cool, I've made a small little list. You get cards just like Cityscope Leveler, Platoon Dispenser, Canokep Tomb Sentinel, Extractor Demon, Kerdect Leviathan, Parano Behemoth, Priest of the Fellrite, Salvation Colossus, Terrason Mindbreaker, and Terror Ballista. Note the pattern in most of these, they're either big massive creatures that do something cool that you might need to actually use their ability for on a turn, but they're in the graveyard, or they have an ability that helps with you getting something bigger or better back. They rather have strong effects or strong ETB effects. When it comes to Unearthed, it doesn't care that your creatures stick around, it is just one big final show. And they only really care about the impact. Now, not later. Now overall, I do think Unearthed is not balanced, it's not the best. The limitations make it not that it's unplayable, but very low play. But it does exactly what you want it to do. Play a big creature or play a creature with an amazing effect. And you kind of have to build around it correctly. In the right deck, I can see Unearthed be a game ender and possibly the reason you win. But in the wrong deck, I can see it very underwhelming. Overall, I'm actually going to give Unearthing a 5.6. It's playable, it's interesting, but to be honest, if I wanted these cards back, I would rather put in some form of graveyard recursion than pay its Unearthed cost. But that's it when it comes to this video. If you have different thoughts and opinions, let me know in the comments down below. If there's anything cool you can do with them, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, remember to like and subscribe and do all that other YouTubey stuff we always ask for. And as always, if you liked this video, I have last week's video here, a playlist of all the Commander classes I make here, and a subscribe button here, and I will see you all in the next video.